Hi, I am Tristan, and I'm here to take you on a field trip.
Okay, so maybe it's not exactly the kind of field trip you're used to, but it's still going to be fun. We're going to take you to visit our MISD middle schools while you sit there comfortably in your classroom.
Hi, I'm Julian, and today we're going to show you why you should be really excited about moving on to Step 2, middle school.
And why you should be working especially hard now in 5th grade so that you'll be ready for all the neat things middle school has for you.
So, are you ready to go? Just sit back, relax, but pay attention because we're going to take you all around MISD to visit some of the best schools in the state.
First stop on our trip, Berry Middle School. Each school has its own school mascot, school colors, and even a special school song that was written just for that school. Berry's mascot is the bear, and their colors are green and white. Berry even has a bear in their front hall. I think John is with him right now.
I know, it's not a real bear, but the Berry Bears are really proud of this guy and their school. That's what we call school spirit, being proud of your school and working together to make it the best. As this field trip continues, listen for some of the other school mascots and even some school songs. Berry's fight song is playing in the background. Can you hear it? It was written by one of our own choir teachers and is played lots of times at this school, during announcements, at football games, and other times when they want to get lots of school spirit going. Let's go visit some other middle schools and we'll show you some really cool things that make middle school lots of fun.
Here we are at Terry Middle School, home of the Terry Tigers. The school colors here are royal blue and white, and the kids here really love to wear their Terry school colors and shirts. Which reminds me to tell you about a big difference between elementary schools and secondary schools: standard dress. A big part about middle and high schools is preparing kids for life beyond school, even beyond college. Learning how to dress the right way for work is important, and when you think about it, we all have jobs right now. Our job is being a student. And yes, we even get paid for that job because someone else is paying for all of us to go to school right here in MISD. Being a student is the first job you'll have, so you'll want to do it well. Look at how neat these guys look at Terry Middle School. Standard dress works for them. Now let's see what's going on at Agnew Middle School.
Agnew is home of the Trojans, and the Agnew colors are light blue and white. We're going to show you one thing in middle school that you'll really like: lunch. Lunch is a little different here than it is in elementary school. For one thing, you don't all go through the same line together, and you get to have more choices about what you want to eat for lunch. Maybe you've had an older brother or sister tell you about the snack lines. Everybody likes going through the snack lines to get things like pizza and burgers. Or you can choose to go through the regular lunch line that has lots of delicious choices. I love lunch.
We're here at Vanston Middle School, home of the gold and white Vanston Vikings, to talk about classes, specifically elective classes. In both 7th and 8th grade, you have some choices about which classes to take. Everyone takes English, math, science, and social studies. But after that, there are some choices, and we call those choices electives. Let's look in on one of those awesome elective classes. This is called the Technology Smart Lab. This is an awesome class if you like solving problems. In this class, you get to work with a partner to fix all kinds of cool problems. You and your partner work together on the learning activities with your teacher. It's fun and you really learn a lot. Another class that's fun and interesting is art. I'm here in Vanston's art class watching these art students do some amazing things. If you enjoy art, maybe you should take it as an elective. Or maybe learning another language is your thing. What about Spanish? ¿Cómo se llama? The kids in this class are learning to speak another language. Plus, Spanish is one of those classes that allows you to earn a high school credit while you're still in middle school. It's one way to get ahead before you even start 9th grade. Now let's join John at Kimbrough Middle School to take a look at a couple other elective classes.
I'm just outside the Kimbrough Middle School Band Hall, where the 8th grade Kimbrough Band is practicing. Let's look in on them for just a minute. The Kimbrough mascot is the cougar, and the school colors are navy and white. If we just walk down the hall, we'll see the Kimbrough Choir Room. They're practicing for a concert. Can you see yourself in band or choir, performing in concerts, or marching on a football field? Now let me tell you about something else at middle school that's very different from elementary school. Teams. In middle school, you will be part of a team, which means all of your core classes, that's English, math, science, and history, are pretty much together in the same hallway, and you'll share the same teachers with other kids on your team. Each team goes on a field trip, and even decorates their hall just for their team. For example, here at Kimbrough, home of the Cougars, you'll find Hollywood Village, Rock and Roll Village, Superhero Village, and Fiestaville. You'll love walking down these halls. It's time to go visit another great middle school. Let's go to McDonald Middle School and see some other things that make middle school so special.
I'm here watching the McDonald Mustangs practice for their football game. Boys can play on the football team and girls can play on the volleyball team. Or maybe basketball is more your game. Middle school has basketball for both boys and girls. You can also run track or cross country. Or maybe you want to try something a little bit different. Have you ever seen a step team? This is McDonald's step team practicing for one of their performances. They'll do this routine at a pep rally soon. And if you haven't been to a pep rally, you're in for a treat. Let's move on to see the Knights of AC New Middle School.
Here we are in Knights Country, where you'll see lots of black and white t-shirts, which are the colors of AC New Middle School. Here at New, we're going to talk about teachers. Instead of having just 1 or 2 teachers, you are going to have 7 different teachers every day, one for each class you take. An English teacher, a math teacher, a history teacher, a science teacher, a reading teacher, and an elective teacher. Wow, different rooms. Every hour or so, you switch classes and you only have a few minutes to get from one class to another. You really have to hustle, but there's always time to say hi to a friend.
Here we are at Wilkinson Middle School, home of the Wildcats. The school colors are red and white. Here at Wilkinson, instead of telling you what's different about middle school, I'm going to tell you what's the same about middle school and elementary school. One thing that doesn't change is that the teachers really, really want you to do well. They work hard for you. They'll stay after school and help you if you don't understand something. They'll listen to your problems and help you solve them. Even though there are 7 different teachers, they all want you to do well in school. Another thing that is the same is that all your friends will be here. That's a great thing about school, having friends. It's even better in middle school because there are a lot more kids your own age than in elementary school. Lots of great people to get to know. Maybe the biggest thing that doesn't change from elementary school to middle school is that your success is all up to you. If you come to middle school determined to make good grades, to be involved, and to work hard every day, you will have an awesome middle school experience. That's a promise.
We're here at Fraser Middle School, home of the Fraser Falcons. Their school colors are onyx gray and white. At Fraser, students don't need lockers because they use Chromebooks in the classroom to learn and turn in assignments. The new building has a beautiful library, 2 gyms, a stadium, tech lab, and cafeteria. Not to mention a courtyard where students enjoy visiting after lunch. In middle school, there are numerous clubs and other organizations. There are groups for many interests, and they are different at each campus. The tech lab at Fraser has gotten much attention with coding clubs, hackathon involvement, Lego leagues, and cool technology like their 3D printer. Middle school students participate in competitions around town, and Fraser students are already putting their mark on the map. As with elementary, middle school campuses care about building strong character in students. Each campus focuses on specific character traits. Students at Fraser put Fraser first. This means they focus on family, integrity, respect, strength of character, and teamwork. Here's a quote from a student at Fraser Middle School. Putting Fraser first means helping others around you and making sure your peers feel safe and welcome. It means putting others before yourself and making sure they're okay. As you begin to think about classes, you'll want to know more about special classes and electives that are available to you. A course description guide can be found on the Mesquite ISD website under Academics. This will help you make the right course decisions for you. Also on the Mesquite ISD website is a student handbook. There's a lot of important information in the student handbook, including standardized dress. Check it out.
At Willie Middle School, home of the Wolves, we show Pack Pride. Our colors are crimson and gray. We are Willie Wolves. We're courageous leaders who make positive choices. We build connections every day with our teachers and peers. We will never give up, for we are tenacious. We're at Willie Wolves. We have Pack Pride. Some middle school electives were recently added that investigate future careers and help prepare you for life after high school. These include specialized areas such as business, construction, engineering, health science, and technology. Another elective you can choose for high school credit is Principles of Human Services, or PHS for short. In this class, you will learn about personal development, including living on your own, nutrition and wellness, child development, personal care, and fashion and interior design. You might even get to bake cupcakes. Another thing that doesn't change, just like in elementary school, You will have a school counselor, but you will actually have 2 or 3 counselors. One of these counselors is called the registrar, and this counselor makes the school schedule and meets with you about schedule changes. Whenever you have 1, 2, or even 3 counselors, you always have extra support when needed. And now we're going to end our field trip with some words from our future quizbook. Where will you go?
I'll bet you can't wait for middle school. 7th grade is where everything's cool.
Clubs and activities and all sorts of groups, singing in choir and shooting the hoops.
Be part of the team, be part of the crowd. Go to the games and yell oh so loud.
Lockers, electives, and 8 different teachers. You'll think it's neat to have all of these features.
You'll find the place that's just right for you. To help you have fun, I promise it's true.
8th grade will be a big step on your path. It's full of writing and history and math.
You'll be working hard on lots of class stuff. But trust me, I tell you, that isn't enough.
Choose to take challenging classes each year. Don't settle for less. Don't have any fear.
Along with math problems that need to be solved, you've got to join clubs and be really involved.
You can play sports or be a drum major. You're a big kid now. You're called a teenager.
Where you will go and what you will do. It's not up to me. It's all up to you.